Hello. I was going to do a live about, I don't know, about the story of the children in state care being sexually exploited and potentially sexually trafficked around around the country. But I decided to put it off because I would like to do it a bit more justice than just jumping on and talking about one or two stories. I think it's pretty synonymous with modern Irish history. Is child abuse, okay, and state sponsored or state affiliated child abuse as well. So I decided I'll do it another time, but I'm going to. It's part of a much larger question or a much larger conversation, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to leave it off for a while, and it's a tough thing because the conversation about the rape and the abuse and probably murder in some instances of children and babies and kids, you don't want to you don't want to desecrate the memories of people that would have suffered those abuses before in stay at homes and things like that, because I suppose everyone in Ireland probably knows somebody who suffered horrendous abuse in some of them institutions and some of those homes, okay? Ferry House obviously being one I be talking about because it's in Clonmel, it's only down the road from me, you know. So to be opening that up and having that conversation in such a schizoid society where there's this side is adamant, that side is adamant, everyone believes that their side are the harbingers of truth, or the truth bearers in society at the moment, okay? And I think that a conversation around this, it could be a great unifier to get people on side that are of similar morality. But it's also going to be a disgusting conversation because you're going to end up with a line being drawn, okay, be it tomorrow or at some stage, between people that absolutely want to fight for a world where children aren't abused on such massive levels anyway, like you're never going to get perfection. But you can aim for it, you can have it as an ideal, okay? So you're going to have those people, and then on the other side, you're going to have people that become pretty confident in the fact that they can now openly speak about their preference for children, okay? Because that's where things are headed, and Ireland has had a story which has been a subterranean kind of story, which has always been running under the surface for God knows how long. God knows how long. There's been generations of kids that have been abused by the state, and what we're looking at now is the Minister for Children, all that stupid department that he has, okay? He's standing over this, that there are being kids who are under his care, essentially, being exploited and being allegedly trafficked around the country, which speaks of networks, webs of paedophiles across this country who are taking advantage of not just children, but also handicapped children, which is coming out, okay? So he's standing over that. He's refusing to answer questions on it. He's also deleting files that are sent to him by a judge who wanted to highlight some of the issues of that some of the children in state care are facing and the dangers involved in that. He sent some files on to the Minister for Children in this country, and the minister deleted them. Okay. Now he said he deleted them because legally he didn't have a right to possess them due to GDPR and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, make your own mind up around that one. Okay, so we also have, it looks like, networks of paedophiles destroying children today, now, as I'm talking. Okay, Now, we came to believe over the last couple of decades with I suppose, the revelations of the extent of the Catholic Church abuse of Irish children in this country. We came to believe that those days were gone now because they were found out, and people don't really go to church anymore. So the priests won't have access to kids, and all the paedophiles are gone, right? Well, that's not the case. So if we still have massive looking paedophile networks in Ireland following, I suppose, the decline socially anyway of the Catholic Church, you had it while the Catholic Church is in power. You may have had it also when before the Catholic Church really sunk its talons into Ireland, okay? So the takeaway from that is that let's not be stupid, and let us not believe anymore that all paedophiles are priests. You know, they can wear any garb, they can have any job, they can fit into nearly any segment of society. It doesn't fall neatly into categories like other things, okay? And I seen a comment as well, as like, the problem is that the government don't care. I would say that's only a problem. Well, it is a problem because they have power and control in the country, right? But I think the biggest problem is that we keep expecting them to. And we keep expecting them to turn around and let their conscience set them on the path of righteousness again. And we keep expecting that new people will go in and new people will do the job that should be done. And still, over 100 years later, we're still talking about children being trafficked sexually around the country. Nothing has changed in this country in 100 years. Absolutely nothing. Regardless of how you feel about that, or how you feel in your situation now, sitting in the year 2024, with whatever stuff you have around you. The stuff that really matters in Ireland, the stuff that really matters, like hope and new life and an expansive looking future, that stuff, kids are still being raped en masse in this country. And that's crazy stuff. And it'll only change once people decide that they want it to change enough. Otherwise, things just stay the same and they keep rolling on. You know, the window dressing of who the powers are now and the institutions in the state changes, all right. No longer is it looking like a religious thing, like a patriarchal, theocratic society, okay? It's not looking like that anymore. Now it just looks like children's rights, and it looks lovely. You know, but you have still a dark web that has some glitter on it. But once you see it as a web, you still see it. And the fact remains that all the third level education, all that stuff, all postmodernism, all that stuff, none of that has changed the fact that children are still being molested and raped and trafficked around the place by these networks in the 21st century in Ireland. Nothing has changed.